Cork's Red FM.
We had a couple of changes that we had to make due to one injury and one which was work related that was out of our control as such. We started the game well. We had one or two half chances. Shane Barrett had a good chance at the near post with a header, possibly could have scored. We were moving the ball quite well, and then as the game went on, we made a few individual errors, as in some passing and stuff like that. Like, we are trying to play. Now, the pitch wasn't that conducive to good football, although we did play quite well in the early parts. We did make a few little errors, and it sort of turned the game, as in they started to maybe pin us in a little bit. There was a wind behind them as well. So after that, they got a goal from our side of things. It was defensively not picking up, but it was a good header from Hughes, who was a dangerous player. Overall, then in the first half, I thought it was even Steven in the game itself, and then second half, they were sort of hitting us on the break as we put the pressure on. We had a good goal. We scored to make it, would have made it 1-1, and then we had another good chance towards the end. So with the two games that we played, Monaghan, and not picking up anything, I think we were sort of hard done by in those two,
Yeah, and it was 3 games in 8 days, Tommy. As I mentioned earlier on, you got a very good result in Galway against Moorview on Tuesday. Difficult, really, for a part-time club to play 3 games in 8 days at this level.
Yeah, I think where we're at the moment, we've got a lot of players who are working. For example, you play a game on the Friday, tough match. You do your bit of training the weekend, and then you can't do too much preparation. You're going into a game then against Moorview, travelling to Galway, 3 hours up, 3 hours back. Quite a physical game. The ground was a bit heavy. Like, it was a good, fast-moving game. You do all the things you think is right, your food and your recovery drinks, but then lads are getting home at 1:30, 2 in the morning, up for work 7 o'clock. The recovery that you're trying to do is it's thrown out the window as such, because fellas have to get up and walk. And then we go to Monaghan, which is a 4.5, 5 hour trip, and you're expecting the fellas to perform at a high level against a team that's competing in the playoff spot. So it's a big ask, and we spoke to them in the FEI about, and I know Jerry Harris had been on a numerous occasions to maybe reschedule the game, because it was a rescheduled game for the bank holiday Monday, the August bank holiday, but they were keeping it for if there was European fixtures or something like that, because there was Moorview had to play Sporting Fingal, and because Sporting Fingal were in Europe, they wanted to keep that date. Ridiculous stuff that you have to put up with, But we were told that they wanted to play the game had to be played in this date, and that was it. So there's no real consideration. I still think that people feel it's still full time, and fellas can, teams can travel, and there's no problems with rest and no problems with getting off work, or using the years gone by, they didn't have to get off work, and they could get up at 11 the next day and do a cool down and stuff like that. It's not like that now, so they have to give some sort of consideration on it. Now, not making excuses on the result itself, I thought we'd done enough to maybe get something out of it, but sure, that's the way it goes,
Yeah, and it's an opportunity to bounce back now, Tommy. Next week you've got a week to prepare, so a bit more reasonable preparation time. It is Finn Harps on Friday evening at Turner's Cross, a difficult game for you.
Yeah, it is. It's another tough game. It's a monster trip for them down to here, but we've got to be positive. I think on a level playing field, everything being equal, I think we'll give all the teams a good match, So we're hoping to bounce back and get 3 points. We've got to get 3 points. It's as simple as that. Our home form has not been good, and that's something that we have to rectify. We've got to be able to put up with the little bit of pressure of playing at home. I think the lads are going to have to start getting used to that, So, but we need to win. It's as simple as that.
Red FM. Cork's Red FM.